Hello, I'm here as my object Sona Terracotta Clay, or Terry for short, and I'm here to explain that it's possible for MePad to get revived and that he should be. Please note that I'm not very great with explanations, so if parts of this video seem unorganized, then I'm very sorry. And I also yap a lot, so I apologize if I drag on some parts for too long. Anyway, let's get started! I've done some research and MePad was stabbed in the battery. Shout out to Told Gamer on Twitter for providing me with an image of the iPad mini. I also compared MePad's stab wound and the iPad in question just to make sure. Perhaps the contestants could just go to MeCloud and get the battery and screen replacements. How are they gonna get there? I'll touch on that later in a bit. As for the battery and screen thing, I'm pretty sure it was shown in Season 2 Episode 8 that there are multiple battery replacements for every Meeple product that's made, so there's probably some screen replacements there too. Some people are probably concerned that not enough data about MePad was seen in order to make battery replacements for him, but it's confirmed there are other MePad models now dysfunctional. It's likely cops may have gotten the data needed from those other models, you know. Oh, but isn't there only one lifelike model made per specific product? There's a chance cops also made a specific duplicate of the MePad mini since MeFold stole the first one, so I think we're good. I know some people are concerned about MePad possibly having memory loss, but if MePhone was able to get his battery replaced and keep his memories and personality, why can't the MePad do the same? And as for how to get to the abandoned building in the sky, there's definitely ways to do that. The contestants could try to get there with the Shivers' spaceship, if they allow it that is, but this is just one way. Hopefully this can be done. Some people theorize that it may be hard to get the tools needed to repair MePad. Well, how about that toolbox in the Gemmery Cave? It contains some sort of welder and possibly a screwdriver, but some of the tools in that box look a little ambiguous. Perhaps they're going to be used in the future? This was also featured in the flashback during Karma Waits as well, when MePad was still in the mechanical womb or whatever. And we know the II crew likes to hint future plots long in advance. Perhaps it's possible to make good use of the toolbox if the battery and screen replacements are able to be acquired. Sorry if this section was too short. Before I move on to the next one, I'd just like to credit Ice the Cat Artist on Twitter for the toolbox theory. Couldn't thank them enough. I know people believe MePad can't be revived considering there's a robotic contestant who's basically living proof that he can't bring back the dead. But when it comes to MePad and Bot, those are two completely different stories. When Bot was made, fans has to program them to act like Bo to bring her back. And the reason this didn't work out was because Bo herself wasn't involved in any of this. As for MePad, however, obviously whoever's gonna repair him is operating on his body. Yes, I know, Brian spoke about this in a Q&A, but he only mentioned the Bot situation when asked about transferring MePad's consciousness, something that we don't exactly have to do. If MePad does get repaired, his story of coming back is probably going to be much different than Fanatestup's attempts with Bo. Some of you have seen Brian's tweet saying that Testup can't repair MePad, but this doesn't fully confirm a permanent death. See, he said that there are just some problems Testup can't solve. He never said repairing MePad was a specific problem she can't make a solution to. And even if it was, there's probably other ways to revive him. And what about that Prime Shimmer gadget that got added in the last episode? Perhaps it could be used in some way to bring him back. Ice the Cat also mentioned that the 8 Years of Emptiness post from a while ago kind of feels like his story is not done just yet, and for some reason I'm kind of getting that feeling as well. And you know what the crew said, this definitely isn't the last we'll see of the characters. What if when everyone in Season 2 was frozen in Season 3, cops collected data from MePad when he was sleeping for battery replacements? I'm just kidding, that's highly unlikely. I just felt like putting it into the video because it was just a random urge, but yeah, I'm kidding. Also, I don't know if anyone has considered this yet, but some of you probably have a feeling that if an attempt to revive MePad is made, it would have low chances of success. I know Clover is unrelated, but she might still have some luck left over. Maybe she can give some to MePad? Unless luck transferring only works on those generated by MeLife, of course. Also, I remembered all the steps shown on MePad's screen before he came to life, took all the capitalized letters, arranged them around, and I got a possibly unintentional secret message. Wonder what this could mean. By the way, you know how in the latest stream by AnimationEpic, Justin said, "I appreciate all of your support as MePad" when the plushie poll winner was announced? He said that this was from what's left of him, aka his consciousness. One of the lines sung by Taco in I was, "We must protect each other at all costs to save what's left." Maybe this could be foreshadowing. It's possible. People may not want MePad to be back because it would ruin the narrative, seeing how impactful his sacrifice was. I can totally see where they're coming from, and I somewhat agree. See, I desperately want MePad to get revived, but I don't think they should just bring him back immediately. It'll definitely take a lot of time to repair him fully, which it should. If he comes back to life, he probably wouldn't feel as normal as he used to, meaning there would likely be difficulties at first. And maybe they could give him some sort of character design change to still remember his sacrifice as well. Like for example, I know I keep mentioning ice, but I remember how in their most recent drawings of MePad, they put like this heart on his stab wound, kinda like a bandage. I personally think that's pretty cool itself, but if he does get a character design change, I would definitely still want him to keep certain things such as his legs, memory, you know. Also, whoever revives him, I hope they announce it at the MePad dedication ceremony. They talked about his death there. If he comes back, talk about his revival there too. I think he also deserves to see the contestants safe and sound along with what they built for him, especially the MePad mansion as well. And I don't think this would really lessen the impact of his sacrifice, because at the end of the day, he still made a change. Thank you for watching. I truly hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any feedback, criticism, or questions, please feel free to comment them down below. This was my first explanation video, by the way, and boy did I have quite the time making it. Goodbye now, and happy holidays!